Hello, my name is Michael, and in this video I'm going to show you some Atom keyboard shortcuts that I use pretty frequently because they just save me a lot of time. So before we start, I just want to say that if you're using a PC instead of using the Command key, which is what you would use on a Mac, you would use the Control key because PCs don't have the Command key, whereas Macs do. So the first keyboard shortcut that I use is the Command key with any of the arrow keys, and that lets me go to the beginning or end of a line as well as the bottom and top of a file. And I often use this command or shortcut in combination with the shortcut for highlighting, which is holding down Shift and then using the arrow keys. So let's say I wanted to highlight an entire line. For that, I would just go to the end of the line with Command and then right arrow key, and then hold down Command and Shift, and then press the left arrow key, and that highlights the entire line. And then once I have an entire line highlighted, I could copy it with Command C, and then I can paste that same selection of text with Command V. I can also cut a line with Command X, or just cut a selection of text by highlighting it and then pressing Command X, and then paste it again with Command V. And then to undo your, changes in the file, you can use Command Z, and then to redo, you can use Command+shift+z. The next keyboard shortcut is for finding and replacing. So let's say I want to find every instance of the React keyword here. For that, I can just copy it, or I don't even have to copy it. I can just highlight it and then press Command F, and then from there I can cycle through each instance of the React keyword or a search query or whatever. And if I want to just search for something that's case sensitive, I can turn this switch on, and here it will ignore this instance of React because even though it has the same letters, it doesn't have the right capitalization as my search query. And then if you want to replace something, you can just put it in here, and then once it's found, you can just put in the replacement text here and then replace it. If you want to do a find or replace across the entire project, you can use Command+shift+h, and that does the same thing, except it's going to search your entire project. So if I want to find every instance of const, I can use Command+shift+h and then find all, or just press enter, and then I can replace everything the same way, and then I can replace it, but it's going to prompt me because if I replace everything, it might be really hard to undo it, because in order to undo something in Atom, you have to, the text editor needs to know a history of stuff that you've done and stuff you've undone, or maybe just stuff you've done. So if you don't have the file open and you replace it, and you replace something using this Command+shift+f, you might not be able to undo it because the file was never open, so you don't have a history of stuff that you've done. So yeah. The next keyboard shortcut is for highlighting every instance of something in a file. So let's say I wanted to replace everything that says React. Instead of going to instead of using Command F and then using the replace tool here, I find it faster to just use Command D after I highlighted something like that. And then when I press Command D, it's going to highlight the next instance of whatever I just highlighted. So if I wanted to replace React, I can just press Command D, And then once I have everything highlighted, then I could just, type in stuff like that. And if you want to have multiple cursors, you can just hold down on Command and then just click wherever you want to create a new cursor. And now you can type wherever. And I find this feature pretty useful whenever I want to create lines that are really similar. So I guess, for example, I could pick here and here, and now I can just have the same thing, or I don't know. I guess you'll encounter the situations on your own because I don't know. It's kind of hard to come up with an example with this file, but yeah. The next keyboard shortcut is for duplicating a line. So another shortcut that I use pretty often is this one, and that's just cmd+shift+d. And again, it just duplicates a line. And usually I won't have an exact duplicate of a line afterwards, or maybe I do, except I just want to paste it somewhere else. So let's just say I duplicate this line, but I want to put it somewhere else in the file. To move around a single line without having to cut it and then paste it somewhere like that, I can just put my cursor on that line and then use Control, Command, and then the up and down arrow keys. So yeah, that comes in handy pretty often. So that's that. The next keyboard shortcut is for Git checking out, and I guess this is going to be the last keyboard shortcut for this video because, I don't know, that's the end of my list. But this project that I'm working on right now is in a Git directory, so if I create a new line, you'll see that there's a green line, or yeah, there's a little green indicator here, meaning that's a new line. And if I edit a line, you'll see that it's yellow because it's not a new line, it's just been edited. And then if I delete a line, it's going to so it's going to have this little red thing here. So let's say you save the file, and let's say you even close your file. So if I go back to the file, so now undo doesn't work because the history of everything that I've done in this file has been lost. Well, if you have, if your project is a Git directory or a Git repo, and you've committed something to the Git repository, then you can revert back to the I guess the head of your Git repository with Command Option Z, and from here I would just press OK, and that reverts back to my last commit. Git is another story, but yeah, if you know Git, that command comes in handy pretty often. So yeah, sorry for the I don't know, terrible speaking, but I just wanted to get this video out there, and yeah, thanks for watching.